We're at Kendal Calling. We're joined by the amazing Lauran Hibberd. Thank you so much.
Hello, how are you doing?
Very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, you know.
I want to start off with something that we've had a previous guest on and spoke about before.
Right.
And that is, we spoke to Brendan from Wheatus.
You did?
And you did a track with him.
I did.
And I wanted to learn a little bit more about that and how that came together.
Yeah, so it did start with a DM. I slid into the DMs of Wheatus.
That is wild.
Which is, you know, easy to do, but not easy to pull off. Mm-hmm. He did reply to me, which was, you know, after he left me a week, and I thought, oh, that's dead. But yeah, I woke up one day to a notification, very excited about it. He listened to the track, he loved it, and I was like, do you want to be on it? And he was like, yeah. It was literally the weirdest, easiest feature with like a hero of mine.
I know, he's such a legend. I've seen recently they're doing I think it's like their own version of the first album.
Yeah. I love that.
And they've pressed some beautiful vinyls for it and stuff.
So cool.
What was it like seeing the reaction to that song? Were people surprised about a Wheatus feature?
People were surprised about a Wheatus feature because I also had DJ Lethal on that record, and people were like, what's going on with her? Is she all right?
Yeah, so when I saw DJ Lethal, for people who don't know, is Limp Bizkit's DJ and also part of House of Pain.
Yeah.
How did that even come about in the first place?
Again, that was a slide as well. Do you know what DMs work? You can just slide.
If you don't ask, you don't get.
If you've got a celebrity crush, I'd give it a go, because my success rate, not that they're my celebrity crushes, no offence, I'd be aiming for like a Timothy Chalamet, but
Little Barber.
You know, if it's possible, go for it. Message him, tell him you fancy him, see what happens.
See what comes of it.
Yeah.
So you got a new album out, Girlfriend Material.
I do, yeah.
So what was it like coming out with that one? It's been a couple of years since your last one. So.
Yeah, no, it's been so fun. I feel like the pressure was off in a way. Like, I put a lot of kind of weird anxiety on myself for the first record, because I was like, oh, everyone's going to judge me. This is me. And then for the second one, I had like loads of weird life things happen in like 6 months to me, and I had so much to write about that it felt like it just kind of fell out and had to happen. So I was like, well, okay, let's do that, I reckon.
So, and then performing that at Kendal, will this be one of your first times performing songs from the album? Have you had a chance to perform many live yet?
We have done a few festivals this summer, and I've done a few tours around the album, but not like a proper one yet. So it's still really fun to play these tracks, and when we kind of get around to it, it's really excited. So. And
you said that there was a lot of things in life happened that kind of led up to the album, made it a little bit easier. But what was it like kind of sharing yourself in that way? Was you a little bit nervous, maybe a little bit anxious?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like on my first record it was really fun. I was getting loads of genre influences, loads of fun features. It was really like, oh, this is sick, and it was. But I feel like this one was a bit more like, okay, I'm going to put my chest into this record, and that was kind of definitely a bit more daunting, for sure.
I always think I'd find that I have never tried to make music, and I'm sure it'd be awful, but I think the idea of putting like my personal feelings out into the world and kind of waiting for people's reception.
Whoa, that's a wash.
That's a good little outtake. That it landed on my head, that didn't it?
It was on your head.
I have a genuine fear and hatred of wasps and bees as well. I'd literally get up and sprint off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if I was in that position, kind of waiting for people's reception to what is a lot of my personal feelings, it'd be quite nerve-wracking. What was that reception like, and how did it feel kind of seeing that when it's like all about yourself?
Yeah, it was great. It was like, I mean, as an artist, I normally kind of thrive on this kind of tongue-in-cheek like humor kind of thing, and it was really odd for me to see people react to songs in a different way. Like there would be people like crying. I'd be like, oh my god, like I'm not used to that. I'm not used to people being like, I hate my boyfriend too, and it was fun, you know. And I was like, whoa, okay, I'm doing something a bit deeper here. But do you know what? It felt really good. It felt like I was really connecting with people in a different way, and it was wicked to see. But obviously, it definitely comes with a bit of like a
shit,
an all moment. Yeah, for sure.
No, I completely get you. And on a more fun note, we've asked a few people this today, and I'm quite intrigued. I have stalked your Instagram a little bit and found out about the IBS.
Oh yeah,
which is a prominent feature. I wondered, obviously going around festivals, a lot of the scran can be a bit sus. Most of it now, it's getting better. But what is your go-to festival scran? What's like a safe option?
I'll just have chips.
Just chips?
Just chips.
All
just
the time?
Get chips on their own. Anything else is going to cause me issues. And I tell you, I don't want to be on the M6 with a problem.
Yeah. That's
the
worst.
So I'm going to go straight up potato all the way.
Not even no like dips, no top chip, just
can't
chips.
Can't risk it. Loaded fries, no. Too much. So I'll keep it simple. I'll eat when I get home.
I suppose if it works.
Yeah. It's a means of survival at this point. I'm eating to survive, not to enjoy.
Don't fix what ain't broken.
Yeah.
And on the tours, I saw that, I think it was about a year ago now, and my times might be way off, but you supported All Time Low,
Yeah.
who are one of my personal favourite bands. We've spoke about them on the podcast a million times. What was it like meeting those guys and touring with those guys?
Best time of my life. We did like a world tour with them, did UK, Europe, America, Australia. Honestly, I think I've peaked.
Yeah.
It was like after that, I was like, oh, I ain't going to get better than that, is it? I was like, that's it. I'm done. That was sick. Yeah. They're the nicest guys. We had such a good time. The crowds were amazing. Got to see the world, playing my songs.
Speaking of touring, and just speaking of shows in general, I wondered what your favourite festival or gig that you've ever been to in the UK was.
Oh my God.
I know it's a difficult question.
Because we are at one right
That's
now.
it, yeah.
That's it. Maybe not particularly playing, but maybe one that you've attended that was like the best festival you've ever been to.
I mean, I went to Glastonbury in 2019. It was I played there for the first time. It's the first time I'd ever been, and that blew my mind because I was like, this is obviously the creme de la creme of festivals, and that was amazing because I saw Miley Cyrus's boob, and it was all just like, I was like, wow,
What more could you ask for?
I just didn't know that was ever going to happen to me. So that was sick. But also, I've been to End of the Road a few times, and that's a great festival. I saw Courtney Barnett there, and had such a sick time. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've had a great time at most festivals I've played. Truck's always great. Kendal Calling, obviously Reading and Leeds. It's too many. We have too many good ones here.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
Yeah, we're absolutely saturated with great festivals
they're
these
everywhere.
days.
There's a lot of British artists at Kendal, and that's like it's very rare now, especially when you compare it to like Reading and Leeds, etc., that it's mainly just British artists. And I wondered, on that note, who do you think is the best British artist of all time? That is a big question. But
All time.
of all time, the best British artist.
My God.
It could have been gone by now. It doesn't have to be around now.
I feel like my gut just went the Beatles. Like my gut just did a little.
But is that really your favourite?
reflex, but no. But that's what kind of my stomach said as a sort of knee-jerk reaction. But the best of all time.
So we were talking to some people earlier, and then we ourselves said, I can't believe nobody has said the Beatles yet.
Really?
And we had that realisation, because then there's also bands like Queen that we completely forgot about as a British band. And then when you started to get down that deep, you think, oh my God, there's fucking hundreds of them.
Where's Cher from?
Oh, I couldn't answer that.
America.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Sad.
Cher's got to be American.
Maybe, yeah. I don't think British.
I love Cher.
Yeah. We'll Cher,
that's not.
if she was British.
If Cher was British, it'd be
We'll
Cher.
get her a British passport. Let's go sorted. Yeah.
I think, yeah. I mean, it has to be the Beatles, really. One Direction.
Yeah.
Same
Direction.
Same thing, isn't
One
it?
Direction, it's the next Beatles.
Same
isn't it?
thing.
Yeah, it was the modern Beatles. Yeah, good shout.
We were having a debate. We posted a short the other day about, well, this was more one of Tim's points, but it was saying that there used to be a little rivalry between 5 Seconds of Summer and One Direction.
Oh.
And we were claiming that maybe 5 Seconds of Summer in the early days were a little bit pop punky.
Yeah, they were.
But a lot of people have kind of disputed that.
Yeah, on that first
I would
record
say.
that they did, I would definitely say there was a lot of punk rock influences in that.
I had a side swooping fringe, and let me tell you, I thought Five Sauce was cool. So I'm
Max
saying,
Clifford, your favourite?
yeah, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
So I'd say they had a bit of pop punk in them for sure.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, they veered away from that over the following years.
Yeah,
but I think
as
at
we
the
all
time,
do.
there was a whole thing of when they were playing on the radio that people were kind of like, you could either like Five Sauce or you can like One Direction.
can't like both.
It was like but then they
You can't like dogs and cats.
Yeah, that's it. But then they ended up touring together, and it's like the perfect tour that
Yeah.
happened.
But then I asked for the best British band of all time, and I wondered, who do you
Did.
think's the best up-and-coming British band? Who's someone that's on the rise at the minute that you really love and expect massive things from?
That's such a good question. I love Holly Humberstone. I think she's amazing. I think she's going to be huge. She's already quite huge.
Yeah, she's pretty big already.
Is she too big already to count?
No, I wouldn't say she's too big to count. I saw she recently was on tour. I don't know if he was supporting or she was supporting him with a geezer from America called Medium.
I love Medium Bill.
He's so good. He's such a unique
I'm obsessed
character.
with Americans is my problem. Like, that's my issue, is that I know too much about that side of the pond. But there's loads of sick artists. There's Neve Ella, she's crushing it right now. I think she's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said it earlier, my shout for this is Wonder Horse.
Oh,
Wonder Horse are going to be astronomically big at some point.
Love.
There's a new album coming out at the end of August, and I cannot wait
It's gonna
for
be
that.
sick.
Yeah,
It's gonna be so good.
Their live show is incredible.
We were saying that they're probably going to end up following in the footsteps of Fontaine's DC.
I think so,
Yeah.
for sure.
Because they've toured with them multiple times anyway, aren't they?
So sick.
But yeah, Lauren, thank you very much for joining us.
No, thanks for having me.
And enjoy your set at Kendal
I
and
will do.
whatever else the summer is bringing.
I'll get a portion of chips on the way home.
Yeah, we love to see it. Thanks very much.
Thank you.